Today, we have Evolving Skies. Next to Brilliant Stars. Shocked it wasn't chilling? Why are you shocked, dude? You shocked that I give people exactly what they want? You're definitely glad it's on Monday. You seem very excited to pair the two up. I I'm just excited when there's like obviously Brilliant Stars is fun to open on its own, but it's more fun when when you get a little mix of different types of breaks. All right, everything on the website is sold out right now. I was trying to add more. I'm just gonna wait for Nick to do it. Right now, he was finishing dropping off the rest of the packages. Give me 1 second while I update stuff. More breaks will be added to the website momentarily. And I will get gift cards out to those who I owe. Kaiju, thank you for 1 year of being a sub, dude. Jeez. I'm just gonna finish the list for like the first 3 breaks, just so we get rolling and start opening. It'll be quick anyway. All right, first 3 breaks, list I got done. Let me get gift cards to those who I owe. It may be gone soon. Oh, Salmon, did you hear that from someone before? I feel like I've heard that somewhere. That Brilliant Stars was going to be in short supply. I can't think of who said that. Who did say that? Maybe it was Darium. I don't know. Jedi, where you at? There he is. Reddit knows exactly, dude. We don't know what we're talking about. JD, I just messaged you gift cards that I owed you. Strike, I messaged you one gift card that should cover the two that we're apparently had issues with. Cheers to all of you. You're all beautiful. Let's get some heat. You want a gift card on the gaming channel? Oh, Ply, I owe you one. Let me just get you covered real quick. Is that Irish coffee? It's an espresso, dude. Coffee and booze does not go well for me. Nor does booze and working. What do you think this is, dude? Do you think this is a frat house? This is professional. There you go. All right, randomizing the first 3 breaks of this evening, which has 1 break spilling over from Monday because it was late. Honestly, dude, like, I'll have the occasional adult beverage, but I don't find myself, like, craving it. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. I'll have a beer, you know what I mean? But, like, not while I'm working, number one, and number two, like, it's not, like, something that I'm just reaching for and dying for on, like, a moment-by-moment basis. So, no, it's not an Irish coffee. All right, I bought paper yesterday, like a nice responsible boy. So let me feed the printer. It's a nice Epson. It's a good cardstock. You smell that? Yep. That's some good Epson paper right there. It's a fine product. What kind of Xerox paper do you use for the breaks? Epson, dude. Because that's the first large ream of paper that was reasonably priced that I saw in the store. You know what I'm saying? A lot of thought went into it. Happy to answer your question, though. A great question. Okay, so this was break 13 from from yesterday. From Monday. From Monday, which is not today. So this is break 13. For those of you that freak out and you're like, Beej, how are we on 13 already? It's because it's 13 from Monday. Don't be afraid. I'm going to guide you through this. We're gonna go through this together. I think Nick added more breaks. I'm not sure. You keep on filling them, we'll keep on adding them, and we'll go the distance tonight. Mr. Printer, please. Yes, Salmon. Thank you for reminding me. I'm just going to send you one gift card because it's more efficient. No. Vivid Voltage is private stock, my friend. It's a very loud notification on my phone. There he is. There's the first one. Ivan, you're too clever, my friend. Ivan, I see what you did there. You think that I went through 13 breaks. Ha ha. Very funny man. All right, let's start opening. I'll add other Beige Bucks in a little bit. What did it even print? All right, this first break is 2 boxes of Brilliant Stars. Do I need a fresh case? No. Again, I am reminding you, this is break 13 from Monday. Then we go to break 1. This is the only break that we have spilling over. And then we're starting with break 1. That's good. It's going to print break 13 like 4 or 5 times, however many times I clicked it. So we'll be very sure that this is break 13. Well, let me tell you, it is printing on that nice Epson paper that we all know and love. Why don't you print it another 3 times, please? All right. All right, this music is bumming me out right now. Black and White and Black and White 2. Yeah, soundtrack not for me. I didn't really play those games anyway. I know a lot of people like them though. There's nothing against you, I promise. Where's... All right, open a giveaway. Cheers to every single one of you. Let's get this heat tonight. You're all beautiful. Amen. Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have ourselves quite a fine evening. Dreams will come true. I'm honestly I'm excited to open Evolving Skies. I haven't seen Evolving Skies open for probably like a month. Hey guys, first break of the night. Who's got colorless? That's Craig. We come out with the hits. But it says break 13. Yes, which is the first break. As you can see in the title, it does say first break Wednesday. But it's break 13. You know what I mean? You understand. To think, dude, we waited for this break to fill. Ooh, the Master Shifu. Three times the hit, so break 13. I don't even want to dive into that logic because it would just... I know there's no substance there. So, why bother? I'm just not going to. We're going to move on from whatever you just said. Honchkra? That's to Ivan. You know what you're doing, Ivan. Dude, for those of you that were on the gaming channel, that was my first experience where we were going against a hacker. And what's even more sad is they were doing a regular level fort with 6 people. That's embarrassing. I solo those. And we still ended up sinking one of them both times. Normally I wouldn't keep going back, but that's what my friends wanted to do, and honestly I was down for the action. I would have just moved on. But after I got headshot, like, where you couldn't even see the guy who was aiming at me, like how far that was, I was like, all right, that's what we're dealing with today. Do you know when the stuff from last Wednesday was shipped? To my knowledge, it is already at the post office. Like, everything is dropped off. Aside from, like, recent giveaways, like in the past, like, 2 streams. Blah. 34 months, my guy. You're almost on your way to 3 years. Ooh, Anazard. Also, almost 3 years for Asthmatic. Just a cool reminder that Asthmatic was like the first one to like gift subs and donate bits ever on Twitch, like for us. I think you have the badge, like the first badge. You're just choosing not to display it. But regardless. A couple people have those. Those are like, I think it's like the first 50 subs ever on the channel.
Hola.
Welcome home.
I'm gonna change and go.
You look professional.
Because I am.
You got a lab coat on. You're like a scientist.
I count pills.
Nice.
Thank you. Wait.
Some people do that, but without a license.
My arm
Those are
is
called.
stuck.
Those are called criminals. You get paid to do it. You do it legally.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna change and go.
Okay.
Me and Maya going out.
You and Maya are going out? Nice.
We're gonna go cause trouble.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to slave myself over this desk opening packs. Shaman V-Star. I forgot to add it to the Zard tracker. What am I doing? What is this, amateur hour? I also have to backspace once because it's starting to like spill over. Boom. Easy. Look at that. Perfectly centered now. I would if you had fire. So it's my understanding that like some cards in Evolving Skies are already skyrocketing in value, which, I mean, that's going to happen over time anyway, but I noticed a couple people talking about the Umbreon. It's going to be an exciting evening. We're going to get some Umbreons, we're going to get some Rayquazas, all that good stuff. We're gonna add to people's collections tonight. And what I would assume also until like tomorrow morning. Pulled an Umbreon 2 months ago. Hopefully you didn't get rid of it, because I don't recommend anyone, like, even if it skyrockets now, like, it's only going to become more valuable over time. Just enjoy it in your collection. Dude, I'm telling you right now, ooh, Mimikyu. The card that everyone is probably still sleeping on is the Hyper Mew. We've opened legit 40,000 packs and only gotten 4 Hyper Mews. Let that be like a, you know, it's a warning. He still has it? Beautiful. Oh, 1,000%. I'm going to pull you like 2 of them. We're going to get like 2 in the same booster box, and you're going to just be that much more happy. Shining Fates. Okay, so not... See, I think I mistook, and you said Shining Legends one time, unless you were talking about Shining Legends. Pogu. Is that like Grogu but poggers? Is it a baby Grogu with the poggers face? Was getting close to pulling the trigger on a Hyper Mew, but then I bought it around. I mean, both are good. I'm just letting people know in advance. Don't worry, dude. I'll pull you one. Right after you got it. It's close to poggers, but it's baby Grogu face. Which is not, he's not a baby in the show. He's actually like 400 years old, isn't he? Also, I can 1,000% confirm after reinstalling Windows and then subsequently having to reinstall everything on my other computer, it's working better. So that was the issue. It's actually like faster than it was before. Dude, I'm telling you, I had like a couple things downloaded that were like very menial. Like there's an add-on you have to download to get the clock on both screens. Little stuff like that I think breaks the computer. Which is a close-up of his face. They just need to revert that, honestly. Like, legit, we need to, like, get away from, like, if people have an opinion at all, they get canceled. It's like, come on. I reinstalled 11 because you can do that on the computer itself, which is really nice. It like gives you an option. I put like keep most of my files, but like it like deleted like everything pretty much. I had to reinstall everything. Windows 7. Windows Vista, dude. Windows Vista, I think, was the worst historical like Windows ever. So this week is evolving, next week is chilling. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna keep you guys guessing on your toes. Vista owned you in college. I think like everyone's favorite was like in people that like pay attention to operating systems a lot. Like XP, I think, was the best Windows like operating system. Windows Me, oh god. Did I get one of those sweatshirts too?
Nope. You didn't want one.
Dang it!
Yeah, you regret it now.
Listen, but I got some cool workout shirts. I have Tony Montana with some like neon headphones on. Yeah, hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Let's continue. Who said Windows 9, dude? Windows 9 was garbage. It's all about Windows Vista. No, but seriously, that was like the worst one ever. Are we doing a fest on Friday? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see, dude. You gotta live in the moment. You gotta live in the now. I'm gonna keep people guessing so much. Like, you're not gonna be able to like plan ahead. Windows 98. Dude, I feel like back then, like, a lot of people had computers but didn't have internet. I feel like my family didn't have internet until, like, we moved, and I was probably, like, 7 years old. And then we had AOL. Sold out through break 9. We'll add more. We had AOL, but, like, keep in mind, dude, I was born in 93. But even then, like, it was pretty bad. I remember AOL and some Messenger, though. Those were the good times. And my parents' computer was, like, so bad. Like, even into, like, high school, my parents' computer was, like, absolutely garbage. It was good for, like, Word documents. That's about it. Checking emails. Dude, my internet was so bad, too. Like, even into high school when we had AT&T, you couldn't get DSL, or you could get DSL, but you couldn't get Uverse because it didn't offer it. And whenever someone would call the house with DSL internet, it would drop me. So, like, if someone would call at like 10 o'clock at night and I'm in a ranked game of League, it would have just dropped me, and I instantly became like a very angry person, and I started unplugging the phones in the house. And at that point, then my parents finally agreed to change the internet after I was just unplugging the phones. I had technicians come out 4 or 5 times, and they couldn't figure out what the problem was. At that point, I was like, all right, we're canceling as the, As the person in the house who wants to like move to a more modern time with internet, we are going to get Xfinity, which was also bad, but still better than what we had. Playing StarCraft on shaky internet. Playing StarCraft in general is a stressful ordeal. I enjoyed those games, but like at the same time, like it's just I feel like you're just perpetually stressed out. You can't let up. Like every click has to have purpose in StarCraft, or you're not gonna win the game. Use cheese. I remember one game, like me and Kyle used to play it, and I remember I used to just make, I would play human only, because everything else was like way too complicated for me. And I would just spam Thors, those big mech suits, which aren't even that great, but like it got the job done. Fast win or fast lose. Those fast win strats, though, are very, like, detrimental if it fails, because you're not going to win if you don't know how to, like, progress from, like, whatever you were committing to. As soon as you hit a certain rank and they know how to counter the fast strat, it doesn't work anymore. I'm sure it like works in silver, but like once you get into high gold or plat or whatever the ranks are, like it just doesn't work anymore. That's why I like really like that Legion TD game I play, because it's, I feel like every move you make or what you decide to do like significantly affects if you're gonna win or lose. Zergling rush. I used to do the rushes in Warcraft 3. Like ghoul rush. Ghouls were like your workers, so it was really weird because you could like still have a good economy and like good lumber, but you just spam them and you could like you could win early. Build another hatchery in their base. I like doing that with undead in Warcraft 3, because like if you just like built a secondary base or even a third, it's like so hard for them to wipe you completely. Little late today. Been on a win streak in Halo. I had a nice little win streak today, and then my last game I had a teammate who, for whatever reason, decided to like start griefing and like shooting our teammates, so we lost that one. Zodi, did you ever play Desert Strike, like the custom game in StarCraft? Because like that game is also like on the same level of like Legion TD. Like it has potential. I think I finally might make it back into Diamond the next time I play, which will probably be tomorrow or tonight or this morning, whenever I get off a stream. Because my sleep schedule is perpetually like really like actually like like the worst it's ever been. So I need to stay up like after the stream into tomorrow's stream. Red and Willy Wonka RuneScape. Alright. Brick number un. More bricks have been added, right? I'm just making sure of that. If not, like we're definitely adding more. Don't think that we're just stopping at a certain point here. We're gonna be going crazy tonight. Cause I'm excited to open these two sets together. Yeah, I looked up like in regards to like the notification bot, and it says, hey, notifications are unreliable. Probably look for another one. Like that was their answer, and I was like, great. I'll add another one. It's not that hard. I'm pretty sure like Stream Elements has one. Yeah, like the answer to their bot, like their support page was, yeah, it's unreliable. Go find another one. I was like, thanks. Great. All right, break 1 for this evening. Not to confuse you, that was 13 from... I see what Nick did there with the title. He called it Evolving Stars, dude. Brilliant Skies. Brilliant Skies, I think, would have been better. You gotta go alphabetical, dude. Champions Fates. Jeez, who's Chris Anderson? Landing next to the actual longest type. Which didn't have an effect on this one. It had an effect on the YouTube one, though. Alright, so this is a box of each. Let's go. Stars evolving. Stars skies, dude. Star skies. That'd be like the dumbest of the names. Where's the break of a case of each? A case of each is 12 boxes, dude. That's bigger than a feast. I'm not even approving that comment, Zodi. Denied. You're gonna stay in limbo. This week's feast. It's actually like not a bad idea. I would actually be down to do that. Is that a good idea? Or like a traditional feast? Or we do both. Do I have Evolving Skies on the shelf right there? No. I grabbed a case anyway. Who cares? I think a box of each of these is like pretty solid. Also, I mistakenly, I must have just like was not thinking straight. I tried to play a game of Ranked League, just solo queue. I did fine in lane, and the one game I played, everyone lost their lane, like went 0 kills and like 10 deaths, and they're spamming forfeit, please, this game is dead, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, thank you for reminding me why I don't play this game. Halo is like getting better, honestly. Usually I have a negative outlook on it, but I don't know. Like it seems like it's starting to turn around. This is not the list for break 1. This is the list for break 1. StarCraft 2 had it as well? What? The Desert Strike Leaving the guy makes other guy win. Oh yeah, like you don't gain less for the enemy team because they take it as a forfeit. And that's the way it is. Dude, low key, I think I'm gonna try Halo Wars at some point with my boy Kyle because like it might be too late to the game, but I really enjoyed Halo Wars 1. And we bought Halo Wars 2, but I didn't have Windows 10, so I couldn't play it. So I bought it and refunded it. Destiny 1 is one of the best games out there. I mean, I played it and I was pretty bored after like probably like 10 hours of gameplay total. I tried to make it work and I was just like, nah. I think I got it for free for buying one of like the WoW expansions. What's these Japanese vending series cards? Oh, you could ask Pwa about those. Pwa's like that one specialist they bring in if there was a documentary. Halo Wars was so much better. Halo Wars was like it was like a Warcraft type game. And it was on Xbox. But like the simplicity of it, like I think it made it really fun. Got your Articuno gift set. Oh, you know what would be way better? Look at this. Look what I'm about to do, ladies and gentlemen. This is why, like, it was good already. This is how you make it like 10% better right there. How have you never heard of these? Pure Gold? What are you talking about, dude? No Irish coffee, dude. They made leaders in DLC way OP. I didn't play the DLC, but one strat I really enjoyed was doing a brute rush. You choose the brute chieftain as your champion, like your hero. And you could teleport units to it, so you keep making brutes while you have your brute chieftain just hammering at their base. And whenever they have a turret coming up, because it takes time to like build it, you just keep killing that turret and eventually you overwhelm them. Opponent has left the game. Ace Rolla. But, like, you could make a scorpion in that game, which is, like, the big, like, you know, it's literally like, did they call it a scorpion? Scarab? The scarab. The scorpion's a tank. You can make a scarab in that game, and then you can make baby scarabs. So, like, one time I just built, like, 2 big scarabs and a bunch of the little ones and just roasted their entire base. But if you went human in that game, you could make, like, a Master Chief, like a Spartan, and it could commandeer enemy vehicles. Those are pretty broken. Dude, it's gonna feel weird opening Evolving Skies again. I'm so excited. After opening like over 10,000 packs of one set to go back to another one where they're mixed again, it's a weird feeling. I'm gonna like see a hit and I'm gonna be like, this isn't Brilliant Stars. From last night, we'll roll over. From Monday, we only had one break that we had to roll over. It was break 13 and we did it already. It was the first break of tonight. Out of Spite? I mean, it's a good set, dude. I don't care about set completing. I would still open Evolving Skies just because. I'd open any set, though. Trevenant. Got some grass. That Flygon is clean, too, for Dragon. Cameron. I wouldn't, Ivan, I'd stay away from using the acronym SS. Just saying. Just like as like a life lesson. I would say SWSH for Sword and Shield. If you don't know why that's bad, watch some documentaries specifically about World War II. Why? I think you know why, Zodi, if you're putting an emote after it. Leafeon. Grass popping off a little bit. Very spicy. Evolving Skies is your favorite set for. There you go, Ivan. That's a better way of saying it. It's all about the framing of words, you know? How you arrange them. No, it's not. That's better to say it that way, but usually it's SWSH. It's even labeled like that on the cases. Oh, we know, Ding. Were you here when I was opening Vivid? You know, like that one time for like 5 or 6 months? You just got done. Dude, that tactical mode is actually like pretty fun. Like that, they need more of that. They need more, like some more nonsense modes to like keep me entertained. It's Team Tactical, but they only give you either the Mangler or the Magnum, I think. Now bring back one in the chamber, but like I know that's a Call of Duty thing. That's how it felt, even though it was like a span of 6 months. I like the Mangler one better, just because nobody's landing any headshots, and it's hilarious. BR is probably my favorite one, but the pistol ones are like just chaos. Because the Mangler bullet doesn't fly straight, it like arcs. So nobody's landing headshots from far away. Bergamites. 27-4. You'd love to see it. The problem is, because you played well, now it's going to be harder for you to climb in ranked if you play a ranked game after that. So go back and just go like 0-20 a couple times. Even it out. Kabuto is an evil Pokemon, dude. Don't let anyone tell you any different. He's hiding secrets in that shell. The only reason why I say it undead is because like that's how it actually works, and that's the next thing they need to fix like ASAP. If you perform well in quick play, your MMR goes up, even though your rank isn't, and it makes you play against more difficult opponents. Or you gain less if you win. Which is stupid. You should just be gaining more perpetually if you're playing well. It's another thing to keep in mind too. Like, that game where you went like 24-7 may have, you know, people throwing matches so they get easier ranked games is also like a very common thing now. But it's a nice confidence booster, and honestly, like, playing well is always fun. My first ranked game today, I went 20-4 and gained like almost no rank. Made me sad. I still gained though. I'd be interested in a poll to see like who wants a traditional feast versus what we were just kind of joking about but semi-serious about. A case of each of these. Case of evolving, case of brilliant. You're not good with the BR? See, that's the problem is like if you're going to play ranked, you need to learn the BR. Which is not that difficult. It's like you don't always have to aim for headshots. You just have to aim for headshots after you pop their shield because it's all the same damage. We're starting off very good today. What's up, Just Moy? Who's got fire? Mr. Anderson. My oh my. And streak his kills? Steal his kills, you mean? I'm okay with people KSing as long as like we're killing the opponent and winning. I will go 5-5 with 20 assists with a smile on my face because it's still a win. Your name fits well next to fire. Not so well next to steel fighting, but yeah. Deville, in this family-friendly channel, that's just the number that's before 70 and after 68, right? You were just like, ah. Exactly, dude. Anna Marnie, what is this break, dude? What is this break? Who am I? and very, very good. Muy bien. You're looking at them, dude. We're doing Evolving Skies and Brilliant Stars. That's it for today. Which I kind of like. We're going to do these two sets for a little bit, and we'll see for how long we do it for before we mix it up again. They'll still be just Brilliant Stars on its own, but if people are gravitating more towards this combo, like, we'll just focus on doing this combo. We got plenty of time to get nice and creative with the combination of these, but I think these two complement each other fairly well. I think the real spicy breaks are going to be the 18 packs of each. For some reason, it's just 18 by 18 has a different feel to it by one box of each. Both are good though. Thanks for not raising prices. Dude, we didn't raise prices. We kept Evo in breaks for an extra like month and a half without touching the price. This is not anything new. Oh, I mean, this is the combination people wanted over everything, so I'm not gonna deny people like what they want more. I think as time goes on, people will come to appreciate Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign. Hyper Dragon. You just gotta give it time, because that's just the way the world works. People say they hate certain sets now, and then when they can't get them anymore, they're like, oh no, it's a good set. Well, yeah, the only reason why it's still not being touched is because because Brilliant Stars. That's literally. People have been waiting for Brilliant Stars for 3 months. But because Fusion Strike is sitting there, there's less Brilliant Stars. People don't see that logic. It's rough on the hit ratio. It's really not, though. We still get good hits. It's just certain things are a little bit more scarce. And honestly, in breaks, it doesn't really matter, because when you open 9 packs or 18 packs or a full booster box, you're going to see a lot more anyway. Too many trainers in Fusion? Fusion was like the most scarce, I thought, in terms of trainers. From what I remember. I forgot which gold energies were in Evolving Skies. All you can pull? From Fusion, you're saying? That's interesting. You're pulling like the most scarce like category of hits. Don't sell it to him, dude. Keep your Marnies. Enjoy them in your collection. Well, you'll have, dude, I couldn't add the new song to this playlist, but I added it to the gaming stream. Hollywood Undead's song that they came out with like 5 days ago is actually like amazing. I really, really like it. Tell you what, first break with this combo is a sign of things to come here. That is beautiful. What would be like a 3-boxer? I don't think you could divide these two sets. Because 90 packs. I guess you could do 45 and 45, but it's awkward for booster boxes then. It doesn't divide out well. $54. 3 boxes is 90, I thought. Am I doing that completely wrong in my head? It's 108. Why is 90 as a number popping in my head? That's when we do a double 45 pack break. That's why. That's why 90 was popping in my head. What is this break? This is... I have to actually like count these because I feel like they're uneven sometimes. 3, 6, 9. See? This stack has one more pack. When I'm doing the 18s. But regardless, 54 out of a booster box. It's awkward because you're leaving a weird number in the second booster box. Is it 18? On top of like a full box? It's still not like clean. 3, 6, 9. At that point I would rather do like just 2 booster boxes of each. I think it's better than that. Well, because you got to have different sizes. You can't just have 18 by 18 and then a case. I am not totally against doing that in place of the feast. But like I won't make you guys choose. I'll do one or the other. Make you guys miss the feast. I think like that's the play, honestly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. No, yeah, we're not doing it today. Posted on Friday? Well, we're gonna post it whenever, like, it slows down for today, but still, like, it's a pricier break, so I wouldn't bank on it, like, insta. If that insta sells, I'll post another one. I promise you that. Roseanne's back up. I'll also randomize everything that's full after the next break. Or is it this break? I think it's after this break, actually. Also tonight, since I need to stay up, or this morning, this next morning, because I need to fix my sleep schedule actually. I gotta find my computer monitor mounts. Which I have the desk downstairs cornered, so it might be awkward, like, centering that set up properly. Maybe I just do 2 instead of 3, even though I do want 3. 3 would be nice. I've seen people do, like, a weird setup where, like, they have a monitor that, like, is up and down rather than, like, portrait. There's also an art to getting, like, the height right on the monitors. Because I feel like the first time I did it at my other house, I, like, messed it up. They were, like, a little bit too high. Just slightly, though. You kind of got to have it, like, where it's at now, like, slightly higher. Like, not by more than a couple inches. How do you go on collecting art sets of older packs? Well, if they're weighable and you're collecting art sets, it doesn't matter because you're keeping them sealed. Right? The fact that the pack is sealed doesn't take away of the value of the pack, like being weighed. That's why you grade them sealed, or just keep them sealed on their own, and that's just what it is. You're opening them? I mean, you really can't do that safely unless I do a break where, like, you can keep it sealed and I'm pulling them from a box, or you have a box on its own. Any character rares like these, they're getting sleeved off camera to save time because there's a lot of them. Oh yeah, buying them graded would probably be a better option for you because it would be a logistical headache for you to grade cards. Unless, of course, you submit cards with us once we reopen that as an option. That's like your only option then. What's up, Petsnick? Jolteon. I don't think I gave Beach Books to the gold there. If he was ever on stream, it was like when we first started. Now, like, we pretty much have our like roles set in stone. Just because like he needs to be focusing on like the website and shipping, and I need to like focus the majority of my time opening. It's just more efficient. So like, there's no reason for it specifically other than that. But it's definitely become a meme that he doesn't show himself. We just kept it going for this long. Could that change in the future? For sure. Definitely some different ideas we got in the works. We're always planning for the next thing. Just about to be done with work and watch these breaks happen. Beautiful, dude. Also, if you haven't been in here and heard me say it, there are sealed booster boxes up for grabs on the website of Brilliant Stars. For a limited amount of time, you can just get one sealed from us and shipped directly to you. And you won't have to wait a week. It'll be, like, if it doesn't line up with a week of breaks, it will just be shipped on its own, obviously. Already got 3? Beautiful. To my knowledge, Nick has gotten almost everything out already, including last week. Beautiful. This break combination is pretty insane. I'm very happy. And it kind of like, if we just do these 2 sets, like right after a week of Brilliant Stars being released, I feel like it was just the right move. Just ease us in. Well, me and Nick are the main 2. We've got employees though, that help, especially on the shipping end of things. As different things develop, there'll be more employees, that is. Very, very good. That was a lot of trainers. Jeez. No, I didn't get the corporate job. That's why I do this full time. That was like the whole reason why I started focusing on this full time. Was when I didn't get the corporate job, which honestly was the best thing that could ever happen, because that would have been miserable. The amount of work that you do for the amount of money that you get paid is like, it's actually like criminal. You have been much happier? Oh, yeah, dude. And other things, like, obviously. I did all the life change, like the dramatic life changes all at once. All right, 36 is one box of Brilliant Stars on its own. Which I need a fresh case, I think. No, I don't. Never mind. You said life without bees would be sad. Life without you guys would be sad. You guys make this a good time. Without you guys, there's no this. All right, I can randomize all the way through break 9, it looks like. So I'm going to do that. We're set. We'll keep the pace up. Everything that's on the website and full, I will open up, even if it's at 3 in the morning. I do not care. Because I need to stay up a full 24 hours and readjust the sleep schedule anyway. And they're all 1s and 2 boxers from what I'm seeing, so we're going to be getting through these breaks fairly quickly. So if people are like, oh, it's only break 10 available, honestly, like, we're going to be there, like, very quickly. All right, let me print these all out and we're good to go. Excuse me. All right, everything is good to go up to break 9. 10 and beyond have spots available. Has its pros and cons. Finally had a job that pays way more than it should. For sure, for sure. Like, everything has its pros and cons, but, like, I would rather be doing this and actually, like, receiving what I'm owed, like, for my value as a person. Because I was, like, it was, like, ridiculous how low it was. Acting like he doesn't deal with nonsense daily. I deal with nonsense, but it's like, it's way better than the nonsense that I used to deal with. I quickly turn and went, dude, thank you, I appreciate it. Can you tell me what type I got on break 6? Jeez, dude. Where are you? think colorless. Yes, yes. Yeah, you're colorless. That's what I assumed, unless you changed your name. And for those of you wondering in chat, yes, that is Jay Leno, the late night host. For those of you thinking it, I just said it out loud. Hang on, I'm just using the restroom. Very quickly. All right. I just had to use the restroom. Sorry. We're good. Let's continue. Good luck, good luck. The only time Red talks is if I get up because I have to use the restroom. Dustnor. No, don't. But that was definitely interesting during the gaming stream to experience a hacker in Sea of Thieves. Very rare. And that wasn't even like the main reason why they came out on top of that encounter, because they were literally had like 6 people. They had 6 people for something that I've done solo. Most soft thing that you could do. It's a pirate game, and imagine that, dude. A game about pirates. What do pirates do? They steal, they pillage, they sink ships, and these guys are just like, oh man, we're gonna form an alliance. Were you watching last time I streamed that when I was playing solo? And I sunk 2 ships that were chasing me down? I got away and then went back and made sure they sunk. You form an alliance, then backstab? I don't think you can. I think you both have to vote for the alliance to be over. Because then the lame thing about an alliance is, like, both ships get credit for the loot when you sell it. The thing is, I don't like the 3-man ship. I would rather have a 2-man ship. The 3-man ship just, like, creates more things to do. Killjoy, 34 months, dude. Who decided that? People that probably, like, asked for it and were little whiny complainers. Because if it's a good fight and I end up losing it just because, like, I'm not even upset. It's like, that's the game. But when you got people forming alliances and the dude was hacking, it's like, come on, man. How scared are you? Hyper Arceus is coolerless. That's Audrey. But it's got to be like one of the most disheartening things to chase a 1-man ship, i.e. me, and then they chased me with 2 ships, and I just sink both of them. It was like 1v4. They literally logged off after that because they never came back. You'd get me? You better be bringing at least 3 people. That's all I gotta say. The amount of damage that I can cause just as a solo player it should concern people. Sneak into their hold. Oh yeah, gunpowder barrels are like your best friend as a solo player too, because you could literally sink another ship very easily with one of those. Because the thing, emotional damage is right. Emotional. I had to warm up a little bit. I loaded into a situation that I would never allow to happen, where there, like, everyone, we didn't have any more wood, and then we didn't have any more cannonballs, and I was like, oh man, this is bad, I hate this. Because the thing about that game is, like, it doesn't matter if you could hit their ship, it's the amount of stuff that they have to do to repair before they can catch back up and be at 100%. You need to exert pressure. You need to make it so they can't repair. Because you could keep hitting them. If there's someone repairing, you're doing nothing. You're wasting your ammo. Now, if you are hitting them and you have someone on their ship, like, keeping their attention where they can't repair, then that's when you sink people. So, like, you knock out their mast, they have to focus on that, then you keep hitting their ship or you get on their ship. Glad they're sticking with it? Who? Just in general? I mean, that's what happens when a good company is, like, a good studio and company is, like, backing the game. Rare is actually, like, amazing. Strike was telling me you could apparently like bury and hide your treasure from people that's like coming out or is out. Absolutely. That's the reason why, like, if you had a 360 or an Xbox One, there was a period of time where you could play Banjo-Kazooie on it, and I think you still can, but because Microsoft bought Rare. Banjo-Kazooie is an awesome game. I love that game. Yeah, they did. I'd imagine. I mean, like, that game belongs on Nintendo, but they own Rare. Which I think, like, Rare was in trouble at that point. Like, it wasn't doing too well because the last game they put out was Nuts and Bolts. Which was, like, the worst game ever. It was essentially it was supposed to be the third Banjo-Kazooie, and it ended up being Banjo-Kazooie Racing. How are they alive? Because they have actual good people. That wasn't their fault. That was back when they weren't owned by, like, Xbox, and they were told to make that game. Despite them not wanting to make that game. There you go. Why does Crytek sound familiar? Is that like Time Splitters? Who's messaging me? Nick. All right, this is a 2-boxer. Brilliant. Like I said, for the time being, we'll be offering both as an option, where it's comboed with Evolving and where it's on its own, but not for too long. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Nick. Just put it in the notes, so Nick knows. They got good devs, but they seem lost, no direction. Going to Vegas this weekend. If I win big next week, gonna buy an entire break. Good. Hopefully you do. Not because of that, but because winning is fun. Dude, I'm telling you, what's funny is like 100% they can tell when you've been in the casino for the first time. Like, I don't know if they have facial recognition software or whatever, but like whenever I've been to a casino with someone for the first time, they always win big. So like that's like the time to go. It happened on my birthday, and that's why I have a first edition Zard, but I left with everything and never went back. Did you guys see that NFL player that got in trouble for betting on games? Which, like, man, if I was in the NFL, like, obviously they have the rule, but like I wouldn't do that anyway, just because it invites like bad things while you're playing, because it. You didn't win, you lost. He's an idiot. I would agree. Your best wide receiver. He's not smart. Yeah, I mean, you see everyone's comments like he risked his salary, which was like millions of dollars, for a $1,500 bet. There was an NFL player, Zodi, that got in trouble for betting, which is against the rules. You can't bet on NFL games if you're in the NFL playing. After you retire, you know, they don't care. Well, that's why there's rules against it, but he was betting in a game that he wasn't playing in. But it's across the board, like, not allowed. He was just betting. They do that to avoid any conflicts of interest. So is he just out of the NFL for good now? I don't know what the ruling was on it. Love is blind. Reaper of Mars, I'm not going to lie to you. I have zero clue what you're talking about. He just bet, but he bet on the team he played for. It gives bad perception. To be fair, he bet against the Jaguars. Also, Reaper, we are opening, Pokemon cards in here. Maybe you were in a different chat and that wasn't supposed to go in here, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's a reality show? Yeah, it doesn't really help. I don't watch it. He's suspended for 1 year. It's not worth it. If it's against the rules, it's not worth it. That's Ryan. Who's Ryan? All good, Reaper. I was just making sure like everything was okay. Like maybe you didn't mean to type it in chat. Kind of a light punishment. It's just, dude, it's like if you're making that much money, I'm not doing anything to break any rules. Like I'm just your career is already like risky in general because you get injured, especially as a wide receiver. If something's against the rules, just don't do it. Did he win the bet? I don't think so. Because, like, you thank you for the follow. You can make the argument, like, oh, it's a stupid rule, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it was a rule. Like, you have to follow it. Either that or bet on another sport, dude. No, don't talk about Team Mom, please. People from my past used to watch that, and I hate it so much. I hate it in general. You're going to try and get some sleep? Don't sleep, Zodi. Stay up with me. Be with me. Seeing Beige live again? Dude, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday. And on releases, I'm just perpetually live. Well, welcome. He was already a head case. He left the team in the middle of the season because of mental issues. I'm all for mental health, but how do you not have better advisors around you? I mean, you could have all the advisors around you that you want, dude. You don't have to listen to them. That's the problem. Because that's what happened to John Jones. Like, everyone has basically said, like, he surrounds himself with the wrong people. I mean, it's like anything in life. If you surround yourself with the wrong people, you're gonna, like, end up in a worse place as a person all around. Empty deck. But yeah. I mean, dude, there was like a whole documentary on that NFL ref who was, or not the NFL, the NBA ref who was fixing games. But that was because he had some people that were threatening him if he didn't. Watching anything good? I watched The Green Mile this morning as I was like eating breakfast. It was on Netflix. And then Shawshank's on there too. Two really good movies. Netflix had some bangers, so I just started watching them. Now I'm out of stuff to watch though. Mainly watch YouTube. I feel that. If something is like within reach and like readily available, I'll fall down the hole of just watching that. Still needs Kingler? Oh, we're just getting started, dude. Don't worry. Kingler is a sick card. Easy to get, but not for you? Well, let me try and pull it for you. I mean, everyone's perception of what's easy to get for certain things is going to be different because everyone's pulls are different. About the MBF ref scandal? Blah, blah, blah. Scandal. I watched Pat McAfee interviewing that ref specifically. That was the one I watched. I love that dude. That dude makes me laugh. Falcon, 15 months, dude. On your way to 2 years. Appreciate you. hands down the best podcast I've ever watched, like, episode was the one where they're talking about when they destroyed the RV. They crashed it into the stadium. It's like a 55-minute like snippet of the podcast, and it's every second is worth it. We crashed at MetLife Stadium. Or Zito did, one of the podcast people. Grand Bull. Vince McMahon. I think I saw that one, but it's been a while. Unless it's recent. If you haven't, Mr. Baker, watch the MetLife Stadium one where they talk about the RV. It's the funniest thing I've ever watched. I've rewatched it like so many times because it's that funny. That or when they talk about like that one ESPN reporter who's like, he's like really, really short, but like ESPN does him dirty and like makes him look shorter. They give him like chairs that are way too big. But like in the podcast when they're talking about it, like everyone's like making their chair slightly lower every time they cut to them, and Pat McAfee like loses it laughing. Well, he's actually like passionate. That's what happens when somebody who's passionate about something is like gets to do that. That's just what it is. Like, he's not doing podcasts to make money. Like, he's doing the podcast because he, like, loves it. And I could definitely, like, appreciate that as a person. But it shows through. Dark and psychic. But cheers. I'm like going through these Brilliant Stars breaks a little bit faster because I just want to see some more Evolving Skies next to it. Trainer. I do like both. Well, dude, his stories, like, as a kicker, are hilarious. The story where he calls, like, Troy Polamalu, he calls him Polamalu. He's like, Polamalu ruined my chance to score a touchdown in the NFL. It's like, yeah, dude, it was Polamalu. Getting a good hit on someone on the punt return, followed by getting obliterated. Yeah, that's another good one. I miss being that good at kicking, too. Because I kicked in, like, grade school. Even though I was just never left the field. I was, like, O-line, D-line. But, like, being able to aim it is something, like, you lose over time. I guess it just comes with practice, but I remember on onside kicks, I could consistently like hit someone in the helmet every time. What's up, clowns? Arceus. Oh, absolutely, dude. Break 1 or break 13? Because technically the first break was the rollover from Monday. We're randomed through, I think, 9. Which will be there pretty soon. I think there's a couple 36 packs coming out. 1 boxers. One thing I gotta just message. Break 1, okay. To my knowledge, yes. I think Nick dropped off the last of them today, like the last of everything. Everything is out from last week. Gramble, Psychic, Richard. Yeah, no problem, dude. Just making sure. So, you should have tracking, as long as you gave us an email to send it to. So if you guys keep filling the breaks, we'll keep adding more for this evening. Especially with a combination like this, it's... Oh, someone got a booster box. Taking advantage of that limited time offer. Respect. Because honestly, it's pretty impossible to find booster boxes in the wild right now. And probably for good. Crow. That's dark. Was it 2 back-to-back? No. That's actually insane, dude. We've been averaging like almost like 1 or nothing each stream to pull 2 today. It is Wednesday though. I'm not surprised. I think it's our 3rd Zard today. Audrey. Very good. Wednesday is the day of the Zards. Being the hardest one to pull out of all of them, like, it's pretty insane. I picked the case as well. Dude, see, like, you just gotta enjoy the ride. You just gotta enjoy it. It could be frustrating at times, but only if you let it. You gotta accept it in all of its beauty. Because then when you do get it, you'll like it that much more. That much sweeter. Drudgegon. It was less than 200 to 300 breaks, dude. And even then, you still got good hits in whatever spots you got. But it is that much sweeter. If you give me opportunity, I promise you, it will happen. You just got to give me a chance. Thank you for 500 bits, Audrey. Appreciate it. The Articuno is elusive, dude. Like, it's probably just as rare as either of the Zards, honestly. Or that Zard. Nah, dude, you just need to trust in it, and it'll happen. All right, break 5 is a box of each. What is this plastic even from? Oh, printer paper. I was like, that is not booster box wrapper. No. Because what's going to end up happening is, like, Nick is going to end up throwing it out by accident because he is not going to know that someone wants plastic. Honestly, it would be a waste of everyone's time and resources, Undead. You wouldn't appreciate it as much as you're memeing about it right now. I would rather just sign a card for you. It would be even more worthless. You couldn't reuse it. Dragon energy. This guy. It doesn't exist. Evolving Skies, with it being like the first set to bring Dragon back, like that was the time to do a gold Dragon energy. Opportunity missed. Literally would do it for free if Pokemon would just take me on as an advisor. What's up, Sam? Brick 5, which I have to change the list on the screen. There is Dragon and Brilliant. All right. Box of each is spicy. Whimsicott, Psychic. Master Shifu. Why not both, dude? You ain't gotta choose between what's better. You just, they're both good. I do recall you getting some crazy cards on release, Mr. Baker. Articuno's a notch above the rest. It makes me want Chilling Reign in this break really, really badly, but I know that this was the right play for the time being. Evolving Skies and Brilliant Stars alone. Like the couple people that said, oh, I would have liked that better, there is infinitely more people that just wouldn't like it as much as these two. For the time being, that is. My Articuno slabs. I was thinking about doing that tomorrow. Maybe like before the gaming stream. Just starting to catalog all the slabs. But like it still makes me want, like it hasn't changed the fact that like it's killing me not to have Chilling Reign in this break yet. But in due time, it'll be exciting. Just because of the gold birds and then pulling the alternate birds. Gold energies too. In my entire collection, I have zero clue. A lot, like a very, very large amount of slabs. And then I have another whole bunch out for grading right now in this PSA submission. Moltres Alt is one of your favorites too. Oh yeah. The Samurai Jack one. I'm randomizing again after break 9, and we're gonna get there pretty quickly. Just keep that in mind, everybody. For those of you like wondering, like, oh, maybe I'll get into a break. Who knows? I'll have you know that someone waited a little bit too long on getting the last spot on Monday's break, and that exact spot had a Zard in it. Just a cautionary tale. Yep, we've gotten 3 Zards total. We got 2 hypers, which is actually insane, and 1 regular V-Star. That's what they have accepted. I'm hoping January's will pop soon. Our first submission we've done as a group. I feel like our submissions are so incredibly large that we're put in a different subcategory altogether. Like, it's probably in their head that if they do 100 smaller ones rather than our ginormous one, they're going to please a greater amount of people. But it'll still get done. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for when they reopen too. Yeah, in not just in one submission, but in multiple. But even our January submission alone was pretty large. And on top of it, Dano, like, as far as my collection goes, the amount of like graded cards that I've given away for my collection is probably like 100 at least. Those were like submissions that I just like didn't care as much about, but I still cared enough. Like, I would love to, I'd love to see them shared. It didn't hurt to give them away, and people enjoyed it, so why not? I mean, like, I gave away probably 100 in a span of a couple years. So why not? They were mine anyway. They were mine to decide with whatever I wanted to do with them. Displayed, dude. The way I did my collection room. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook as like a stories. But if you're gonna put them like in storage, there's certain like cases and briefcases, not briefcases, but like there's carriers for them. Do we buy bulk? No, but you could send it to Darium's, who's on the stream team. Stream team. And we do include bulk in the breaks. We're not, holding it or making you pay extra for it, which I've heard people have done. You can't wait till your cards come back from July? Yep, just keep in mind that at that point, we told everyone that, those were submissions that we were waiting for PSA to open to send in. But once they open up and those get submitted, like those will probably be done within 30 days of 45. Harbor Freight has the knockoff. I mean, yeah, at that point, if you're not displaying them, just make sure that they're not like scratching or rattling in metal or something. It's hard to remember, rated, because it's been so long, but like that's what it was at the time, and we were completely transparent about it. But regardless, it'll be graded fairly quickly. Why did that look weird? Okay, I was just seeing things. A lot of people did. That's why we stopped accepting submissions until PSA opens. Like literally all of those cards from July are already like packaged and ready to go. We're just waiting for them to reopen. As soon as they reopen, the label goes right on and they're shipped out. Cynthia. And a lot of people definitely want us to start accepting or taking people's submissions now, even before they're open, but the couple people that are going to give me a headache is going to make it not worth to do. Which you're not one of them, obviously. You were completely reasonable in asking, and I don't care about people asking. It's more so like, hey, where's my card? And it's like, wait a minute, they weren't open yet. Cynthia from Hidden Fates. Why is it exactly? And like we can meme and like have fun, but like that's seriously the mentality of some people, like more or less. Yep, I warned everyone, Diambra. I don't know if certain people thought I was joking, but I always tell the truth. I value my opinion to be accurate for everybody. Rated. That Umbreon. Hardy. I mean, we're very, very transparent, and like we always try. Whoa, Goldbirds. We always try to make sure people understand what they're getting into before they buy into anything. But like, it just certain people just don't read. They just click, "Give me a card now," and then we get emails like someone buying into like a release break 3 days before release, and they're like, I still haven't received my cards, and we literally refunded them and just opened the spot up for somebody else. I would grab those while you can because that's like probably the last that you'll ever see of it. Planeswalker was doing that too. That's like literally stuff that's just getting rotated from a Walmart in the middle of nowhere where nobody cared to buy it. Yeah, like what I said. Or they just literally were being held for them until they could afford to pay for the order because GameStop historically has had problems paying for their Pokemon orders or anything in general. Whatever you're feeling. Has their stock gone back to normal yet? Because that's when everything probably ends. Which makes me sad, but it's what it is. Because, like, I went into a GameStop recently, and, like, they have no more used games. Like, literally. They like, straight up don't do that anymore. I believe in you. You have the willpower. You just like opening a lot, which is fine. Both. You're never going to see Hidden Fates already. As in, like, as time goes on. Well, before, like, the game stonks went up, like, before that, they were on their way out. They were, like, getting ready to just close up for good. That saved them, in a way. But, like, once that's all gone, I think they're going to go back to where they were. I mean, rated, I don't lie when I say that they make the stuff once based on past projections. Once they're out of it, you don't see it anymore. That's just what it is. Like, that's not me, like, trying to cause some sort of, like, you know, panic. That's just what it is. People need to get out of the mentality that, like, a switch gets flipped and they just make more. That's not how it works. Maybe people will understand once they realize how short Brilliant Stars is going to be, but probably not. No, I know. I'm saying it more just so as we're having this conversation, people might realize that I'm actually, like, telling the truth. They learn something. Because honestly, like, that's, like, probably one of the top 3 things I always get, like, asked or, like, asked about. But Reddit and Facebook people are doing a fine job of misinforming people. They don't. They just released the one pallet that got lost in the back of their warehouse. Like, I've used this example before as an analogy. As a person, do you have 100%, like, do you know where everything is in your house at all times? Like, do you ever lose stuff in, like, that one drawer where everything kind of just accumulates over time? That happens with companies because employees have huge warehouses and inventory gets shifted around a bunch of places. They might find like, oh, here's a pallet that I didn't realize was here, and they just released the rest of it. They didn't make more. They just released whatever they had. You lose your keys? I do that sometimes too. I lost my keys for a solid month, but it was in a winter coat, and it got left in the winter coat, and then it got warm, and then I didn't think to look there. But yeah, my point is like, that happens with companies. Lights didn't change. You're not subbed, that's why. I thought I lost the keys to 150 units at work. So we drilled them out to find the... Yeah, it can happen. But you have to go through, whatever motions. But yeah, the point of that is it wasn't like, oh, I lose stuff, Beige. It was more so, do you think companies have an idea of, or if it's impossible to misplace like a couple cases here and there? That's when you see more stuff come out, but it's not that much. All right, 18 of each. Oh, absolutely. That happens to me. Like, I'll find like a random case of something older, and I'm just like, oh, we still had some. It's too much to keep track of. You wonder about that with Walmart stock? See, Walmart is just, it could be that, number one. Usually not, though, because it's a vendor, third party, stocking that shelf. But whenever they stock a Walmart out in the middle of nowhere and it doesn't sell anything, they're grabbing that stuff and moving it to a store where they know it's going to sell over time. That's how it works. But lo and behold, some people will see some more stuff show up at their Walmart and they take to the internet. They printed more. There's a reprint. It's everywhere. And then I have to have the conversation telling, I have to tell people that the Tooth Fairy is, maybe not who they thought they was. Might have children watching, so I'm not going to say anything. Tooth Fairy's real. The Tooth Fairy stopped bringing me stuff, though, because I think he's mad at me, or she's mad at me. Not always. That is one company. But regardless, without getting into the fine details, I'm talking about the specific details that matter. Break number 6. We're trucking. Dude, when my computer reinstalled Windows though, like the one part that I didn't tell you guys is like I just reinstalling everything. I had to redo the virtual audio cables. Had to reinstall every game that I regularly play. OBS, so I had to remake everything from scratch. Oh my gosh. It's a $20 tooth right there. It's a good one. Good respect. That was like when we had the neighbors over, and the parents were like, "Oh, they'll clean the room. They'll come over and help you." And then the little girl was like, "Yeah, if he pays me." And I was like, "Damn, I respect that. I love that kid." Yeah, but I stay away from sleeved packs like the plague. You'll never see me use sleeved packs in a break. There's a reason for that. Just for the simple fact that you could open up 36 packs of sleeve packs and not get a single hit. I've seen it happen before. It's very painful to watch. You get hits on every pack? I bet, dude. Because you're a rock star. Mind you, like, you can get hits, but like I'm not rolling the dice on that. And I wouldn't want to do that for breaks either. No, and I am not taking anything away from that, right? Like, obviously, opening packs is awesome, and every opportunity you get to open them on your own, you should. It's just more of, if you think that you're gonna like clear out a shelf and get like 40, 50 sleeved packs, don't expect like the same amount of hits that you would see in a break. Like, don't get your heart broken. No, yeah. And believe me, I take nothing away from people opening packs. It's the greatest thing ever. I mean, this is why I do it. You know what those sleeved packs are good for? You buy like 4 or 5 of them, and if you're lucky, you see a hit or two. That's what it's good for. It's not good for buying 36 and then you end up very unlucky and get nothing. It could be placebo effect. You have yet to hit like a bad string of them. If you opened enough of them, you'd eventually find what I'm saying to be true. It's not even as the set ages, dude. It's just as you open more sleeved, it evens out very harshly. In Evolving Skies, yes. I just can't remember because it's been a month since I opened it. think you have a really sick gold for colorless. Like legit, I took the 2 weeks off before this set released, which I'm gonna do regularly, by the way. Like that was the best thing ever. I hadn't done that ever, and it's just such like a recharge that like I desperately need. But the 2 weeks and then the 2 weeks of just opening this set, yeah, I legit haven't seen an Evolving Skies pack open in a month. Longer for everything else at this point. Where am I going in May? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Probably should. Oh, some Usher, dude. Who heard? Well, like, honestly, dude, it's just. Not that I don't love doing this, because I do love doing it, but I don't really have any like time to myself for a long period of time or a long string of time. So it's a good mental break to look forward to. Just fly American? Absolutely not. Never again. Having that guy bail out of a landing at like 3 in the morning was not what I was like asking for or needed. And it was the most rough landing when he finally did that, like I was like, all right, we're done. Well, it gives me something to like kind of look forward to. Not that like I hate taking time off from lives, like ever, but it's necessary. Yeah, but like the problem that I have, Diambra, is allowing myself that time. I don't. It doesn't like. I don't like taking time off because, to me, like I'm just trying to like work and become that much more successful, right? That was the issue I had for a while, but I think I perfected it after this past one. No, for sure, and it's definitely a thing. Ooh, upside down heads. Arctovish. There's a feast? What do you mean? Are Friday's breaks posted? Or are you just asking in general? There's no feast this week. We opted for a different plan due to like literally like 10 different people suggesting it and liking it. It's not really a feast. It's more of a 2-course meal, but very hearty. It's like a surf and turf. Okay, so whatever we have for tonight is whatever we have. It's like a steak and lobster. If that fills fast, I will do more than one of those, even though it's a very large break. I am totally for it because honestly, breaks that big are pretty fun. But like filling right before I go live is not my definition of fast, so I'll opt for just one at that point. But like I said, if it calls for it. Like to play those things by ear. But I think people will like a case of each. Because honestly, that's pretty insane. I think it's the first time we've ever done anything like that. It's like the first feast of its kind, the surf and turf. Yeah. Like every feast, I'm pretty sure. Or 10 because it's 10 spots. You just pulled the Ultra Ball? Dude. It's a great feel. I don't think we saw one Monday. Last one we saw was Friday. Did I? It's not easy to pull. That was fun having your dad on here. Having an old timer. Yep. Friday's breaks are up. Or Friday's case break is up. 3, 6, 9. See, this is why I always count. We'll do a record break when we're like getting closer to 500,000 packs open. Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. I got you McDonald's.
Hell yeah.
You want to get Sprite?
No, I'll grab it after. Thank you. I was very hungry. 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. When we get close to 500,000 packs opened, we'll do a record break and have it so the last pack is the 500,000th pack. Because last time we did a record, I don't even remember how big it was. If we did 1,500 or 1,300, I have to go back and look. I do remember last time we did a record break. We did a 1,000 pack break right after it because people were like, I missed it. But I'm like, we're going to go for the record like once, not like multiple times a stream. Absolutely. No, with dinner, dude. Because I have not, like, eaten at all today, pretty much. Shaman D-Star. So with Friday's break being posted, whatever's on the website, that is all we're doing for tonight. So if you want in on the action, I would say do it now before it is too late. 1,993 packs. That's an awkward number, I feel like. But like it will end up being an awkward number because it's way too difficult to line it up where it's like multiplicative of 36. we'll have to add like a weird number of packs that isn't like a full booster box to round it out. Oh, I mean, for sure, dude. If you've seen somewhere where we did a record pack break, like it's a variety. Like it's a bunch of different sets, multiple boxes of each. A case is 6 boxes, so 216 packs. So 5 would be 1,000, which we've done that before. That's not that big of a deal. We're gonna be aiming more towards like somewhere around 1,500 if that was more than the last one. I'll chip it. No, I mean, dude, if we do a last pack of it, be something vintage, you know, that'll just be, we'll worry about that and it'll be priced accordingly. First edition fossil. I'll see. Hey, we'll plan. We got a little bit of time to think about it. I think after tonight we probably hit. Maybe, if I updated it. I can't remember if I added Monday to this yet or no, or not. Nick opens last pack. Then it's gonna mess up my personal record. Then it wouldn't be the 500,000 pack open. That's counterproductive. Nate is banned. He's not banned. He's the reason why you get your stuff. We all open the pack simultaneously, vicariously. Like and rock. Pass it around like an Olympic torch. I don't know, dude. Some of you don't wash your hands. I don't know how I feel about that. How about we just have me open the 500,000th pack as planned, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's not Nick, the one who ships the stuff. Well, you have a 1 in 10 chance in guessing correctly. I'll take those odds. You're gonna get the type that's assigned to you, that's for sure. It's gotta be first edition too, huh? Dragon. I don't think we did another vintage break beyond the first edition or the base set that we did. I think the Black Triangle box was the last one. I don't think we did one after that. At that point. It's not your birthday today. You liar. And you don't get to pick your spot. The only way you get to pick your spot is if you buy out the break. Then you get all the spots. Is fairy type even a thing anymore? It is in certain, if we include certain sets, but in the more recent sets, aside from celebrations, no, it's not. Which I'm sure they're gonna reverse that like they did for Dragon, because at this point, like, it's just they're being stubborn. Well, yeah, when we did it, that was like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even 5 at this point. Hyper Lycanroc is fighting. Here you go, Dan. Yeah, I knew it wasn't your birthday, you liar. Trying to exploit people's good nature. Tree Fitty. Those are the ones that, like, people, like, try to do, like, a vintage opening on Facebook. They're like, what do you think, guys? And everyone's like, oh, it's too high. It's too high. Like, every price is going to be too high on there. Don't even bother. I know you wouldn't. You're a good person. I mean, that might just happen on its own, to be honest. I like that combo. Thank you for actually being original and not just saying, hey, Beach, 36 packs of Hidden Fates, best break in the world. Just put it on there on our website. I mean, like I said, Dano, like I wouldn't count out that just being on its own happening already. Happening on its own. Sorry, I grammatically, like, destroyed that sentence. Thank you for that sub name that I can't say on this family-friendly channel. I'm just going to call you Floopy. Points instead of putting the exclamation point in front. No, you do that by pack. If you do that by type, it doesn't work. There's not enough types, and it just ends up being extremely expensive for like 8 people. The types don't even exist yet. Like, Dark wasn't a thing. Fairy definitely wasn't a thing. Dragon. Oh, I mean, everything is worth something, Tedder. I'd say that they're worth having. Everything is worth having out of this set. Opened on stream? That would be the idea. I'm not going to do a vintage break and allow people to keep it sealed because the whole point is to open it. Nah, you can't do it by type in an over break. It's way too expensive. And pretty unforgiving. Like, there could be repeat hollows in the same box. It'd be a nightmare. There would be people who bought in and would never come back ever again. It's not the best way of doing it or the fairest. I forgot which one we were talking about, but it would come out to like 800 per pack, like pretty high. If you did it where there was only like 8 spots, it's like $3,000 or something. Like it's gonna hurt if you pay $3,000 and you don't even get a hollow. Nobody wants that. That's not fun. First edition Team Rocket, yeah. People don't even want to get into a break if they see 9 packs of battle styles, dude. I don't see people just rushing to drop like 3 Gs. Yeah, right. Nah, dude, opening a base set box at this point in time, after waiting all this time, especially now, is like not something I'm rushing to do. Yeah, you buy to try and avoid the hits, if only. I'm not ruling out entirely, but it won't be like, I don't see it being something as old as base set. Something like middle of the pack, where it's still like not like the most expensive thing you're ever going to do in your entire life. Maybe not your entire life, but it's a lot of, it would be pretty expensive. Fossil is still pretty high, dude. Like last I checked, like Fossils is still like 15,000 or above. And even then, like if you see something listed and it's suspiciously low, these days, like I ain't buying from some rando on eBay. That's a good deal. But yeah, and then you get it, and then there's Barbie cards on the inside. Legendary Collection is the one set that like completely doesn't fit as its age in terms of value. It has always been high and it always will be high. Yeah, 35. Like even like 8 years ago, Legendary Collection was already like $12,000 to $14,000. Like it was already expensive. And I'm right there with you, dude. Legendary Collection is beautiful. Well, Diambra, what I'm talking about is not 3Gs on a booster box. I'm talking about 3Gs for someone to buy in if you do a break. Like, that's how expensive some of these older boxes are. Legendary Collection, there's probably not enough transactions to even say how much it is. I still remember when we had mystery bundles with base set 2, like the 1 in 5 mystery pack bundles we had. And I remember there was like 1 or 2 days where they just all sold out at once and we had like a couple hundred on there because people were seeing everything getting severely more expensive. No ding, no vivid, only in feasts. As long as you get into feasts, I mean, that's where you'll see vivid. That's just what it is, dude. We opened it for a span of 6 months in breaks. There was like literally a time where it was just a box of Vivid Voltage and a box of Darkness Ablaze. Like we did that for like probably a solid 2 months. But even then, I'm pretty sure we've opened more Brilliant Stars in the same amount of time. At this point in time, with the same amount of time given to Brilliant Stars, we opened more Brilliant Stars, for sure. Like 2 weeks after release. Not even. Days are still good now, dude. Brilliant Stars is a beautiful set. And all the other sets. Alright, after break 9, I'll randomize whatever is full. And that's all for this evening. Grab those spots while you can. I don't know if we filled everything yet, but Nick already posted Fridays. Please do not mention any other websites or channels that are not on the stream team unless I say it's okay. Just reiterating that, Deambra, it's okay. Until they have a billboard or a nice little banner ad of our name, I will not be allowing that. And you're not timed out, I just deleted that comment. Why did this highlight? Okay, we're good. My mouse like highlighted everything on the page for no reason. Arceus with Flareon. Brian. Baratic with an Empoleon. Sincere. One was maybe a giveaway. Mama Hall, thank you for 1 year. You are awesome. Cynthia's Ambition. Last pack magic for trainer. Joseph. Very, very good. All right, break 9. After this next break, we are randomizing again. Make sure you guys grab your spots. Box of each. Oddly enough, like, it's more common in this Infusion Strike where one pack can shift, making it an uneven pile, so I'm always making sure to count them now. Any more sleeves? Do I have a large stock of Evolving? I mean, I always like make sure to have enough for the long haul. But it's never infinite, I'll tell you that. We do open a lot, so need to have an abundance. All right. Through break 14? How many are up there? Need a favor? A favor. 16? Okay. Need a gold Zapdos? We've seen it once tonight. I'll try. That's Fla's second favorite emote. demand. This man demands things. Just ask me nicely, dude. You ain't gotta demand nothing. Ask me nicely and I try my best. That's all I can do. Psychic? Not. Dude, I know this song from Never Back Down. You said respectfully. If someone respectfully, like, just gave you a nice sack tap, would you feel any better about it? Than if they didn't do it respectfully? That gold. Manaphy. Yogasai, you got that gold trainer. Gorgeous. Which honestly is a really sick name. I like it. I'm not in the mood for this song. Hell yeah. I've given you a lot to think about. It's really not though. It's more of like, it's supposed to be like an obvious like contradiction to that statement. You don't need to really think about it. You could just agree with me because you know I'm right. You're very welcome. See what Evolving Skies has for us. At least the first half of it. Not opening a set for a full month like really makes me like appreciate it that much more. Ooh. Yogasai. Got some good. I got some McDonald's, dude, because I need to get back in the swing of cooking again and just eating good. I'll allow myself like another day or so before we're back to the grind. Gold trainer. 2 gold trainers. Jeez. Never gets old pulling that Dragonite. Then again, it never gets old pulling anything crazy. Or anything at all. Dude, you got a gold and that back to back. It's pretty insane. That's what I pulled him. It's a beautiful card. Happy to add it to the collections for those that pulled it for. Trying to get him to trade it. Dude, it's a hard card to let go of. That's for sure. It's too beautiful. I'm not a person who trades anything, though. Or sells anything. Trevenant. Sleepy Boy? The Dragonite that I just pulled it. Sleepy Boy I thought would be Snorlax. Snorlax is... You want your Rayquaza for it? Man, that's tough. I'd hate to let go of either. Hey, it's 20 months. Thank you. Appreciate you. Snorlax is in Chilling Rain though. I feel like that card got slept on. Same with the Electro too. I forget that that's even in Chilling Rain. It's a good trade, but like I'd hate to lose either of those in a trade to gain the other. I want both. Yeah, the Snorlax is in Chilling Rain. Where'd you think it was in? No, Battle Styles is the Octillery and Houndoom. The only reason why I know that is because I've pulled both in the same pack.
Good night.
You want to sleep?
Yeah, that's
The headache? That's no good.
I know. I did
How do we
all
fix
day
it?
at work. Yeah.
Where's there, your temples?
I don't know. I didn't eat all day or drink anything.
Did you eat now? Good, I'll get better. I'm taking a supper.
I'm out.
Okay. I'm gonna grab you some. Okay. Tonight? I don't know if that'll be possible. We'll figure it out though. Not touching that book. Thank you, because I'm actually starving. What? I am. Traded it? Do people just be trading away the beautiful hits I pull them? Breaks my heart. Yeah, I feel like people sometimes will trade or sell their stuff just because they need to be doing something, which is like a horrible way to like do things. I don't know. I'm just against anything that like diminishes the collection, or like if I'm losing something to gain something else. For the collection, like it's always gaining. It's like against like everything in like my nature as a person. But everyone has their, you know, own way of doing things. I get it. Pikachu. It's like that much more significant to me too if I pull the card, because then like I can tie it to that time when I did it. It's like every piece of the collection is like a bookmark to like that point in time for life. Not to get like a philosophical quote going, but that's how I feel. Fighting. Sometimes you're too nice. I hear that, dude. I hear that. Sometimes you can't help it, though. You're just a good person. I should have grabbed a water. I'm grabbing a water after this break, and after I randomize. Stay. Garbodor. It's a bold play, dang. This case of Evolving Skies just had like upside down hits. Wonder if this one will be upside down too. No. Right when I notice it, that's when it goes back. Glitch in the matrix. Listen, dude, as long as you're having a good time in here, that's all that matters to me. We'll get some good cards along the way too. No. You're not having a good time, you're having a fantastic time. That's what I love to hear. I'm not gonna pick on your nephew, dude. You just gotta let it be. Sableye. Stormy Mountains. Already 17. I don't want to go back to being 17 just because of all the standardized tests that I would have to retake. College entrance exams. Not entrance exam, I guess ACT, SAT. It's not even that I like think that they're hard. It's more so just like it's too much testing for a short period of time. Like we should be able to like figure out in like 10 questions. But there's too much money to be made because each of those tests cost like a couple $100 to take. So that's why we still have them. Same with AP classes. Music, cars. Listen, dude, I'm into a little bit of everything. I like gaming the most because it kind of like takes care of a bunch of those things all at once. Like, I love competitive aspects. I love sports. I mean, it's all I did growing up. Like, legit, Diablo, like, not kidding you, I've done a bunch of different things. I'm down for whatever. As long as it's fun. I guess working out, I like working out. Took a little hiatus since this release because I haven't had time to do anything other than breathe and open pack. It's just a certain volume. Seven spots left in 15, and that's it. Boom. All right, I got to randomize everything. The first break Friday is already almost halfway full. All right, I'll randomize up to 14 for now. It's a pretty, like, there's a lot of one boxers, so we're going to get through these nice and quick, too. You won't be waiting too long. So 16 is full, but 15 has spots left. That's why I randomized up to 14. Let's get 10 lined up. Everything printed. And before I start opening break 10, I just want to grab a water. Oh, I forgot to change the break list on YouTube. Sorry. All right, printing. $15 is the last break with spots available for this evening. Otherwise, you could start buying into Friday. I randomized 11 twice. All right, let me go back. Hold on. I'll just hit undo a bunch of times. And then redo a bunch of times. Okay, so don't pay attention right now. Okay, I see what happened. Undo, undo. That's 1. So that's what it should be. Right? Yeah. This is the true list for 11 right here. Everything else stays the same. Okay, I have to do this a different way now. I just have to print this.